Welcome to virtual class of Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai Education Department. I am Mrs. Akshata Kale and today we will learn English. Come on students, we will move to the lesson. Subject is English of Standard 5th and the name of the story is The Adventures of Gulliver. Gulliver's Travels is an interesting book written by a well-known English writer, Jonathan Swift, in which he describes the voyages of Gulliver to various lands like Lilliput and Brobdingnag. Though the character of Gulliver and these strange-sounding lands are imaginary, Gulliver's experience and adventures are written so well that they seem real and true to life. Gulliver, the story tells us, worked as a surgeon on ships. As such, he made several voyages. In May 1699, he sailed on the ship, the Antelope. On the return journey in November, a violent storm sank his ship and Gulliver swam to save his life. Late in the evening, he found himself marooned on a strange land, weak and exhausted. He slept for about 9 hours. It was daylight when he awoke. Students, let us read what happened next in his own words. Okay? Gulliver now. I tried to get up from the ground, but I could not move. I was lying on my back. Then I found that my arms and feet were held down to the ground with strings. Little time I felt something alive moving on my foot. Then it came over my body and up to my face. I saw a man. He was not half a foot high. By his dress, he seemed to be a soldier. I was so much surprised that I gave a great cry. Then they all ran back in great fear. Pulling very hard, I got one arm up from the ground. I also raised my head. This gave me great pain for many of the hairs were pulled. I put out my hand to catch some of the little men, but they ran away before I could close my hand on them. I found that they were shooting arrows at me. I was afraid for my eyes. I put my hand over my face. Soon a platform was raised and an important looking man gave a long speech. From his gestures, I guessed that he was trying to tell me that they would not harm me if I did as they told. I too replied with gestures that I would remain quiet. I also told them that I was hungry. 100 men climbed up onto my body and marched up to my mouth carrying food. The Lilliputians were no longer afraid of me. They danced upon my body and ran to and fro. Indeed, I was surprised at their bravery, for I must have seemed the greatest giant in the world. Later, I was taken to the city where the king lived. Later, I was taken to the city where the king lived. A great cart was made by joining many carts. 900 men worked for 3 hours to put me onto the cart, which was drawn by 1500 of the king's finest horses. The king came out to meet me. He came near and looked at me, but it was not thought safe for him to climb up on me. My new home. At the place where the cart stopped, there was an old church. It was the largest building in the whole country. It had now been made ready for me to use as my house. One of my feet was set in a great ring on the end of many strong strings so that I could not get away, but could only walk some distance outside my door. After some days, the king and his people were convinced that I would not harm them. So, after I agreed to keep certain orders of the king, I was allowed to move around. Now, my visits to the city and the queen. As soon as I was set free, I asked if I might see the city. The king was pleased to let me do this. Orders were given to all the people to remain in their houses. All the windows were full of faces looking out at me, and large numbers of people were standing on the tops of the houses. The king's house was just at the place where two great streets meet. There was a beautiful garden on all sides of it. Lying down in the garden, I put my eye to the windows. The rooms inside were very beautiful. In one room, I saw the queen and some of the young princes. They were greatly pleased by my visit. This lesson has so many hard words. We will go through them. Voyage. See this? The meaning is a long journey involving travel by sea or in space. Surgeon. See the picture? Meaning is a medical practitioner qualified to practice surgery. Means operation. Marooned. Here, live trapped and alone in an inaccessible place, especially an island. Gestures. See the picture here. We are using two fingers up to show the victory. Then we use our palm to say the stop, isn't it? Like that, a movement of part of the body, especially a hand or the head, to express an idea or meaning is called as gestures. To and fro. Here, to and fro means backward and forward, or back and forth, up and down. For that, in a constant movement, backwards and forwards, or from side to side. Next is convinced. The meaning of convinced is completely certain about something. You are very sharp in convincing your mother, isn't it? Whatever you want, that you convince your mother and you get, isn't it? That is the meaning of convince. Students, we will move to the grammar part of this lesson. Here this is from your textbook. First we will read. Okay. Read the highlighted words. They are adverbs. We can see so many sentences here. We will read them. Okay. First one. I was pulling hard. Hard is highlighted. They ran away. Later, I was taken to the city. I went very carefully. They were greatly pleased. In each sentence, we can see a highlighted word, and that is nothing but adverb. Okay, students, first we will study about the adverbs. Okay. Students, first we will understand the meaning of the adverb. Okay. An adverb is a word that describes a verb or an adjective or another adverb. Okay. We will see them with the help of the example. First one, she speaks slowly. Here slowly is an adverb. Correct? Because how she speaks? She speaks slowly. Slowly is an additional word used for the verb. Correct? Here speak is the verb. So slowly is an adjective. Got this? Second, he is so smart. Here so. He is smart. We can say, but he is so smart. Correct? Smart is an adjective, and here so is added to the adjective. So this is an adverb. Correct? See here, describes a verb, an adjective, and also another adverb. Isn't it? So in the third sentence, they come very often. Here very is an adverb. Got this, students? Now some more examples we will go through. Okay. First one, the girl runs quickly. See, girl run. Run is a verb, and quickly how she is running, or how she runs? She runs quickly. Correct? So quickly is a describing word for the verb run. So quickly is an adverb. Second, this is a very sweet mango. See here. This is a very sweet mango. Sweet is an adjective and very is a describing word added to the adjective. So very is an adverb. Got this? And here Peter reads quite clearly. Peter reads clearly, you can say, but this is the extra word added to this adverb. This is also an adverb. Correct? Peter reads, read. This is verb, and clearly is an adverb, and this is another adverb is added. So quite is also an adverb. Got this, students? If you practice this, then you will come to know. This is from textbook. Find suitable adverbs for each of the following verbs. See here, walk. We have to write some of the adverbs which are suitable for this given word, that is walk. See here, walk slowly, walk steadily, walk quickly. You can add some more to this list. Second one, speak. Again, we have to find out some of the suitable adverbs for this word speak. Here, speak softly, speak loudly, speak clearly. Isn't it? Next, push. The adverbs are push gently, push roughly, push hard. Study. We have to list some more adverbs which are suitable for study. Study regularly, study hard, study daily. Sing. The adverbs with sing are sing well, sing badly, sing melodiously. Next is work. Work honestly, work regularly, work irregularly, work hard. Like this, you can add some more to these list. Okay. Now we will move to the question answer part. Okay. Number 1. How was Gulliver tied down on the seashore? Answer. Gulliver was tied down on the seashore by thousands of strings. Isn't it? You can see here the picture too. He was tied down on the seashore by thousands of strings. Question number 2. What did the important looking man tell Gulliver? Answer. The important looking man told Gulliver that they would not harm him if he did as he was told. Right? We'll move to the third question. How was Gulliver taken to the city? Gulliver was used for these Lilliputs. Right? How was Gulliver taken to the city? The answer is Gulliver was taken to the city in a great cart made by joining many carts. It was drawn by 1,500 of the king's finest horses. The journey of just a half mile took almost a full day. We'll move to the fourth question. Question number 4. Describe Gulliver's home in Lilliput. These Lilliput gave a home to Gulliver, isn't it? We will see how was it. Answer. Gulliver's home in Lilliput was an old unused church. It was the largest building in the whole country. The great door on the north was 4 feet high and 2 feet wide. The country outside looked like a garden. Okay. We'll move to the last question. Fifth question. Describe Gulliver's walk around the city. Yes, you know that the king permitted Gulliver to take around the city, isn't it? So here we will write the same thing. Answer. When Gulliver started his walk, orders were given to all the people to stay in their houses. Gulliver, after being set free, stepped over the wall and went very carefully along the 2 largest streets. All the windows were full of faces looking at him because people were curious. Correct? People were standing on tops of their houses. He saw the king's house. It was at the place where two great streets met and had beautiful garden on all sides. Gulliver lay down in the garden and put his eye to the windows. In one room he saw the queen and some of the young princes. They were pleased with his visit. Correct? This all we have gone through in our textbook. Right? This is all about question answer part of this lesson. Okay? Find the opposites of the following adverbs. Adverb is hard and the opposite is, you know that, hard, soft, isn't it? Next, quickly. Come on, tell me, what is the opposite of quickly? Yes, you are right, that is slowly. Next, fast. The opposite of fast is slow. Correct? Tidily. The opposite of tidily is untidily. Tidy, untidy, like that. Untidily, untidily. Okay? Unknowingly. The opposite of unknowingly is knowingly. Correct? Next, early. The opposite of early is late. Next one is often, and opposite of often is rarely. Often means always. Rarely means sometime. Next is never. The opposite word for never is always. Honestly. The opposite of honestly is dishonestly. Shamefully. Opposite is shamelessly. Isn't it? Thank you very much, students, for being a part of this lesson. Please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get new updated videos.